I'm going to share the top 4 underrated strategies that top 1% businesses do with their local service ads. Now, these are tips we've learned from either working with our existing clients, consulting with people in the space, or just from word of mouth, right? And these tips have led to millions, if not tens of millions of dollars, and are some pretty complex things that you should be setting up if you're at the right point to do this. But again, you can simply get by with local service ads and absolutely crush it if you do these 4 things correctly. And the first one is replying under 30 seconds, marking your leads in under 30 seconds, posting on your Google My Business every single day, and getting reviews on your LSA account. All of these are powerful effects, and the tips I'm going to share are ways to amplify them and understand more on how you're getting that revenue coming in through LSA ads. So the first one is having 24/7 availability and still replying to all leads in under 30 seconds. Here's the thing, if you just turn on 24/7 availability right away, yeah, you might not reply to leads for hours, and that's going to impact your kind of score inside of LSA's algorithm. But here's the thing, no one else is pursuing leads from generally around like 5:30 p.m. to around 7 a.m., right? But here's what happens inside of a customer's head. They get home, they talk to their wife or their husband, they decide, you know what, we need to start looking for a new roof or for a new kitchen or whatever it is, and then they hit up LSA. Right? Now, they're not expecting you to reply, but here's the thing. If no one's replying to them and you're the only one that's replying, you are way more likely to win the deal, right? And how you can do this is you can hire an overflow call center service or just have an ISA agent on staff that manages those particularly, right? And the second thing is having an AI agent or a software that automatically replies to LSA messages, right? So what this can do is this can guide and lead the conversation even when your team is busy, right? And this keeps the numbers down for reply rates, giving you better numbers when you respond. There's a couple of ways to do this. There are some softwares out there. One that I'm looking at is LSA Respond. You can also buy and hire, well, you can't buy a dev, but you can hire developers to code this internally. I don't think this is something you should be spending more than a couple $100 on, albeit it may cost more to code this out. We haven't done it for any of our clients. We've just seen it work when they've had it. The third thing, I'd say this is the most important one, honestly, or it's the most underrated. I don't see anyone doing this, and it's attribution tracking. And yes, most people have a way to see, okay, we got 100 leads from LSA, the 100 leads turned into 50 estimates turned into 20 deals. Most people have that, right? But what most people do not have, they don't have a way to determine what part of their marketing is getting them to that close. They don't know why they're closing, right? So what you can do is if you had the precise numbers on what portion of your website they would look at, what videos they would watch, what reviews they would look at, right? You would expand on those pain points and understand what's working and what's not working, right? And if you have this, you can do the Pareto principle and expand on the 10% of effort that gets 90% of the results. If you're, in my opinion, if you're spending over 4K on ad spend, even like 5K, you should be using something like Hyros that can integrate into your website, your social media accounts, your ad platforms to determine if someone gives you their info or doesn't give you their info, what their customer journey looks like from just hearing about you to consuming info to booking in to buying. When you use that, then you know what works. If not, you don't know what works. I rarely see people do this, and it is extremely powerful. And the last one is creating reviews inside of LSA, not using the Google My Business reviews because the LSA reviews are that much more powerful. It's just plain and simple. How you want to do this is you need to get every department mentioning reviews, talking about how you measure your work off of a 5-star review, talking about how important it is, talking about how the service and everything you do is related to that, and tie it back into that. Like, we want to give you great great service that's worthy of 5-star review. And if you get your intake, your sales, your texts, your people who follow up after service, and you do this in your email marketing, your SMS marketing, any videos you send to them, this is going to help get them in the right framework to leave a 5-star review, right? And by building these processes to incorporate reviews and by, making it part of your team's culture, you're going to get way more 5-star reviews. And then that's going to flywheel and funnel you up the rankings as you're showing we're getting more reviews more consistently than our competitors. So it's in your best interest to do the last one right away. I would say the attribution tracking and the AI agent, those are ones that you shouldn't be doing right away. And then the 24/7 availability, you can do it if you believe you'll have people calling in. That one's worth a test for sure. But yeah, that's just kind of a quick little hit list of tips that I don't see anyone else doing. In my opinion, you should expand on the channel and max out the channel before you look to add on a new channel, right? And put all your efforts there. Well, with the exception of you do need to de-risk by having another channel. But with that in mind, that was a quick few LSA tips. If you want us to actually implement these tips, we do 20-day free trials, right? We got to win your business with our results. So if that's of interest, click the link below, book in a time to speak, and we'll see if we can help. But if not, like the video, leave a comment with any other topics you want us to speak on, and have a good one.